What is up everyone, David Maxim Micic here, and this is my backpack guitar rig. Let me tell you a quick story about how this became my main guitar rig in the past bit more than a year, I think. Cine and I, we got booked to play a few shows in India and Nepal last year in February. So my flight was booked in advance, but it only included one check-in bag. And that one check-in bag was obviously my huge Scott Dixon guitar case. I guess I could have asked for one more check-in bag, but I kind of wanted to travel light, so I decided just to roll with it. So that left me with one carry-on and a backpack. So the carry-on pretty much covered my personal stuff and my clothes. And this is the list of all the things that I managed to fit into my backpack. And I'll give you a second to stop the video if you want, just to read through it. Yeah. Let's talk about the setup itself. So the first thing I had to do was figure out the amp sim that's gonna replace my XFX. And that's when Line 6 guys decided to jump in and hook me up with the Helix Native. And I gotta say, this thing was perfect for the job. As it, sounded and it felt really similar, almost identical to my XFX. Let me quickly show you how the signal chain, the whole setup looked like with my backpack guitar rig. So we have my guitar running into the wireless transmitter that then sends the signal into the wireless receiver, which is hooked up to the audio interface, which is connected to my laptop via USB. And that laptop runs Cubase Elements, which is running the FX tracks, Click for the drummer, and Helix Native with snapshot changes, and all of that goes back into the audio interface, which then sends out two guitar signals, one for front of the house and one without the IR for my stage cab, stereo backing tracks, and one click track. And that actually leaves me with one more output, which I still haven't figured out the use for, so if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. But yeah, simple as that. And you're probably wondering how that sounds like. Yeah, you tell me. And this is how my live Helix preset looks like. Let me show you. So I have 8 snapshots here, which influence each of the blocks in the signal chain in one way or the other. I have my noise gate, an overdrive, a little pre-EQ, the amp, another EQ, an IR, delay, and reverb. And the signal pad changes on the lead tone. It goes through a different IR and then goes to an EQ, which boosts some mids, which then goes back to delay and reverb. And that's pretty much all I need. But there's almost no latency, and I use only one preset for the entire show. I could easily run 2 different amps if I wanted to. The possibilities here are pretty much endless. This exact preset is available through Little Cubes Volume 1, which is a preset and impulse response pack for Helix and XFX. So check it out. It's in the link in the description. And yeah, before you start typing that comment, just shh. Trust me, this thing can do so much more than playing 3 audio tracks simultaneously. That's such an easy task to handle. I don't think the laptop is even aware of doing it, so yeah, low chances of that happening, trust me. And when an opportunity comes to play a much bigger tour with much bigger shows where stakes are much higher, I'll just bring 2 backpacks with me. Or I'll just hire a roadie who will help me with carrying stacks upon stacks of XFXs. Sorted. That pretty much covers it. Guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Do you think this is a great idea, a great way to travel and do the gigs? Or maybe you think this is completely stupid and makes no sense. And if you have any suggestions on how I can make my traveling guitar rig even smaller and even lighter, I would love to hear your ideas. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I don't have a release schedule, so make sure to ring the bell to get notified when I do release a video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Much more than just playing 3 audio tracks simultaneously. 3 audio tracks simultaneously. So how do you pronounce that word?
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously. Simultaneously.
Simultaneously. Okay.